Hey guys, Coach Tyler here, owner and head coach of Momentum Throws. I'm going to be doing a video analysis on Jon. Jon is a 66-year-old man who's gotten back into throwing and competing after 50 years away from the sport. He sustained some injuries way back when, and that caused him to step away from it. But, he's healthy, he's retired, and after a long time of work, he's decided to get back into something that's fun. And I have the pleasure of working with him and coaching him, through his journey and getting him back into the sport that he loves. Obviously I love it too. So it's been great. This is our second session together. He is going to be competing at the end of October. So we will have one, maybe two more sessions before then to get him ready for his competition. As always, we're going to watch it twice, full speed, and I'm going to break it down, go over a few things that I've talked with him about. See if we can't get some good and new guidance from the video and see where we're going next.
They have to write it down.
I'm just impressed with how this man moves.
They have to write it down.
Even from the very beginning, I've been impressed with how he moves across the ring, and just in general, it's awesome. It's awesome. Now, we haven't really gone over too many specific, special, groundbreaking, brand new stuff. It's just been about the basics. And the basics we have discussed are footwork, are how to properly load at the beginning of the glide, and to synchronize the movement. So one thing that he does really well that I like is this position here. We really discussed getting the shoulders out over the toe, over the knee, to properly place the weight over that right leg. That allows him to load and to ultimately drive and extend and push off of that heel super well. That's awesome. Movement of the right leg, that's awesome. Staying grounded in that position, that's really good. We've been looking for that position for the last several weeks. One thing that we are actively trying to work on is getting that arm out, the left arm out. I just believe that if the left arm, the off arm is a little bit longer, you can open up the chest a little bit better and be able to strike on the shot put a little bit harder. I really like how he started, and we're going to continue to push through and drive through that right to see if we can't get a little bit more pop across the ring. The next thing that we're going to be trying to do is in the power position, we need to be able to synchronize the upper body to lower body. And this actually may be helpful for a lot of coaches or throwers out there who struggle with piecing it all together. First of all, the ground, we know that the throw always starts from the ground up. We want everything to be working up in order to get it out in that direction. Because of that, we have to synchronize the movements correctly to accomplish that. So the way that I teach it, this is a drill that I've been using for the last 4+ years, and it has worked for every one of my clients, every one of my athletes, anyone who I've coached and had do. It's worked really well, is as the left arm opens, the right hip moves. You can almost liken it to left hand and arm kind of pulls the hips through. If you start to get that motion, that takes all the focus away from the arm holding the implement. That takes all the focus away from trying to throw it immediately, and that allows body to rotate properly into the throw. And that's exactly what we're looking for. That was one of the first things that him and I worked on, and he does a pretty decent job with it. That's a new concept. We haven't been talking about it for very long. I don't think he's heard about turning the hips or getting into the sector of the throw too much. Kind of came off the finger a little bit, but that's mainly because the shot put gets ahead. The next kind of cue and tip that I use is hip, shoulder shot. A knee, hip, shoulder shot. Try to, in that order, try to focus a little more on getting the rotation initiated and started here, then get it here, then get it here, and then ultimately get it there to get them, to get more distance out of the throw. Now we do a pretty good job of lifting. Shot put comes out, look to bounce, and then controls down the middle. And that was one of his better throws of the day, and that's good. We always want to improve, want to find ways to steadily improve. The things that we definitely need to work on is continue properly loading. We're going to do some different things with that left arm. It's already kind of bent, kind of chickened arm, so I'm going to have him start having a more long and relaxed kind of reach out of the back of the ring just a little bit, just to get a little bit of length on that left arm. And then we're also going to work on loading and pushing off of that right, keeping those hips and those shoulders down a little bit more. I know it's going to be physically difficult for him to accomplish, but I think if he does that, he'll land in a much more grounded and better position to rotate those hips, lift, and then drive the shot put out and up like he wants to do. But ultimately, this is a solid throw. This is the best throw that I've seen him do. Like I said, he's thrown before. It's been a while. So I told him it's like riding a bike. Once you've thrown, you don't typically forget everything. It starts to come back to you, and it's coming back to him definitely at the right time. He's got a competition in a month. So as we go forward, fixing those small things will be super helpful. Good job, Jon.